Let me show you outside. Come on.
Everyone loves living in LA for the outdoor space.
There's the fire pit with some strange balls in there.
Yeah, this is the meadow.
The kids definitely make s'mores on the fire.
That's what it's gonna look like when we eventually get the chickens.
So we are outside. We're in the back of the house on the bluff at the ocean. And this is all original to the house. It's freezing in Malibu at nighttime. So to have a fire pit out here is really nice. The kids definitely make s'mores on the fire for sure. And this is the best place to either have coffee in the morning or a drink at night. This tree, it's a yucca tree. And I just think it's so sculptural and gorgeous. And so when we chose the color for the sofas, that was really our inspiration. One of my biggest struggles as a mother is like getting the kids away from the TV and away from the iPads, right? So sometimes I just banish them to those chairs and I make them sit there and watch the ocean and tell me what you see. So we're at the pool right now, and in California we really keep shallow pools because we have to be conscious. And the pool is the perfect place to hang out in this California heat, even though it's not that hot today. Typically this house is not very peaceful. When you have a beach house, a lot of people want to come and visit. And so this place, we always have the music blasting, and there's always so many kids running around and playing in the pool. My husband usually stays behind that bar and makes pina coladas and margaritas for everyone. It's a really fun space.
Well, this is the backyard. This is the pool, not much of a backyard, but I actually use this pool very often, whether it's for recovery or for entertainment. I like how it's set up. It's courtyard style, and I feel like every section is kind of facing towards the pool, so we have a good time out here. Our projector screen, it comes down right over that box over there, and you can watch it from the pool, you can watch it from the hot tub, you can even see it from inside the house, so it takes up the whole backyard. Once it gets dark, it lights up pretty well.
So right now we're on our patio, the pool, dining, our lovely seating area. We wanted it to be large enough so we could have a ton of people out here, because that's our plan, is to have friends and everybody just come and visit. We have this lovely fire pit, hot tub, and we love the little tanning shelf over there so you can sit in the water in the heat and also get some sun.
What's cool is this is the golf course. So when I drive by here, I text Anna and I say, hey, we're coming by.
Yeah, and
she says, okay, and that's it. I love the whole house, but if I have to pick two favorite, one is the bunk bedroom, which I can show you later, and the other is this little cool putting green over here. So come on. It's not a big putting green, it's a small one, but that's okay. You can still work on like a 15, 20-foot putt. Done.
We are in the backyard.
When we throw parties, we just open these doors, people spill out into this area.
We have a couple of pieces out here that I've named. I like to name a few statues. This is Joe Jonas, and that's Peter. Peter's from our last house. He was the first thing that we bought in our last house in a big empty living room.
Yeah.
And now we've put him out to pasture.
Yeah, but we like that he's out here. So this is a piece that Mandy commissioned.
This is our pool. We're hosting weekly toddler swim classes here right now, so you're seeing a few remnants of pool toys. And these umbrellas are beautiful. They remind us of being at Lake Como in Italy at the Pasalacqua Hotel.
Oh, wow.
That's right? Like, doesn't it feel like we're there?
Yeah, feels like it's there.
Feels like you're there.
I love being in the pool, Justin not so much, so he usually sits in the shade or perches here and has a drink, and then I will be in the pool.
We have had a few pool parties and look forward to hosting kid pool parties as they get older.
I've always wanted chickens, so Justin got this chicken coop when we first bought this house, and we still don't have chickens. That's what it's gonna look like when we eventually get the chickens. And the chicken's name is Victoria Beckham, and we're going to get 4 more, and I'm sure you can guess what the other 4 names are going to be. It's the Spice Girls. Okay.
So the cottage is on a private estate that has belonged to a family for hundreds of years, and the gardens down at the bottom are designed by Capability Brown, who was an extraordinary garden designer, and they let me roam around their beautifully manicured parkland. But this property that belongs to me is about 1.5 acres, and it's the only freehold cottage on the estate, but there's a gamekeeper up the road and there's somebody else who works on the estate down there, so it feels very, very isolated, but it's nice to know that there are people nearby. Yeah, this is the meadow.
Of course, everyone loves living in LA for the outdoor space, and this house does not disappoint. I got these wooden beams made to follow the curvature of the iron that was already here. Eventually, I'm hoping that my vines will grow in and cover all of this, but it's just really taking its time. This is like the side door. I just love how the ivy's growing up it. The ivy over this house is one of my favorite things ever, because when do you get a brick house in LA that's covered in ivy? It's very rare. The maintenance of this house it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. We have our pool, very necessary in LA. One of my friends found this chair at a vintage store. I'm obsessed, especially because it plays into the murals I had painted outside. So when I moved in, this was just a white wall, and I was like, that seems like such a wasted opportunity for something really cool to happen. So I found this artist, Carly Kuhn, who does the coolest single line portraits, and I'm just obsessed. It brings so much life to the place. She also did these. We call them the lovers.
Welcome to what I like to call my little piece of heaven. What I love the most about this garden is that it's full of flowers. I love flowers. My gardener's amazing. He and I have sat here for hours deciding what we want, how we want it. I'm just so proud of us. Look how far we've come. This is the traditional color of the flooring. We just kind of kept it the same. It's a little scruffy because it's London. We live in a city, so this is the truth. But I want to show you something really cute. Look at these little footmarks. Back in the day when they first laid this down, a little naughty fox came and stood on the cement and left it like that. Bit of character for you. There's another fireplace there. This is a big traditional sundial, and we actually have the original sundial at the back of the garden. This is where I sort of sit, have a tea, and then I sort of look at this big tree that I have, the weeping willow. Let me take you through the pond. I got these from Portobello Market, which is where I grew up in West London. Shout out West London. Here we have a beautiful passageway. Welcome to my green piece of secret heaven. Here is where we really just hang out. We put a carpet down here or a little blanket or something, and I just have the best time sitting here and just smelling the flowers. That's basically what we do.